Hey guys, welcome to the first video of my YouTube channel. So there seemed to be a lot of confusion about the macronutrients, how you can calculate it, how much protein do you need, how much carbohydrates do you need, how much fats do you need, and also depending on your goals. A lot of people are confused about bulking, cutting, if they're trying to gain weight, if they're trying to lose weight. How can I calculate it? How can I distribute my macronutrients? What's the percentage of protein, carbohydrates and fats I should have? So before I start, there's a video that I posted on my Instagram. I'll put my Instagram here in the link down below, that explains how exactly you should get started, what formulas you need to use, how you can distribute your proteins, your fats and carbohydrates. But in this video I'll get into much more deeper details on how to do that. First of all, you will need to know how much calories do you need for your body to maintain its body weight. So I'll put the formula for you guys again. I also put it in that Instagram video, but I'll put it for you guys here again. So here is the formula you guys need to know. So when I explain here on that board, I'll take me as an example. So the numbers that I will put are the numbers that are suitable for me. Those are the numbers that I need to maintain my body weight, or I need to gain weight, or I need to lose weight. So all you need to do is just take your numbers. So that formula that I just gave you for the BMR, the basal metabolic rate, when you put in your numbers, you will get that number, and that number is the amount of calories you need per day in order for you to maintain your body weight. So let's say for me, for example, in order to maintain my body weight, I need around 2000 calories per day. That's in order to maintain. So if I'm trying to lose weight, I'm gonna have to do lower than that. So I'm gonna, for cutting, which is fat loss, I'm gonna subtract around 250. Why do I subtract just 250? When I first begin my cut, as I said also in that Instagram video I just told you guys about, I start deducting bit by bit, because if I deduct too much of my calories, I might end up burning both fat and muscle, and I don't want to burn muscle. I want to preserve as much muscle as possible. So I'm gonna reduce my calories bit by bit, and I will see the progress I'm doing and how is that working for me. So I'm gonna go with 1750 calories. All right. For weight gain, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna just add around 250 calories. Why I'm gonna do that? Because I wanna, as I said before in a few of my videos, that it's very important that you do a clean bulk. If you do a dirty bulk, cutting that weight when you want to cut is gonna be a real struggle for you, and from my own experience, it's not easy. So I prefer that you do a clean bulk, so when you want to cut, you don't have that much amount of fat ahead of you that you need to cut. So it would be way easier and much faster for you. So I'm gonna do with bulking, I'm gonna go with, so that's 2000, so I'm gonna do with 2250 calories. All right, so I determined that part. So what is the next thing that I need to do? The next thing that I need to do is I need to determine, all right, in the fat loss, how much protein should I take, how much fats and how much carbohydrates. So here is what I'm gonna do. This is the distribution that most people use, and that's the distribution that works the most. So for fat loss, so here's a pie chart, or for example for protein, So I'm gonna do it one by one. So here, protein, carbo, or let me just put fat first. I'll put fat first. Fats, carbohydrates, carbs. Alright, so protein. Protein is usually 40 to 50% of your intake when you're trying to lose fat. Why is the protein so high? Because as I said earlier, you need to preserve as much muscle mass as possible. You don't want to burn a lot of muscle. So that's why you gotta boost your protein up. So what you're gonna do is, protein is gonna be around 40 to 50%. And in that video I told you about on my Instagram, I also have the same exact, I have pie charts for each, for bulking and fat loss, how much protein, how much fat, and how much carbohydrates you need. So I have 1750 calories. So I need to determine how much should I have. So let's say I'll take just one more thing. For kilograms, the amount of kilograms, you need around 2 or 2.3 actually, 2.3 grams to 3 grams per kg in order to maintain that 40 to 50% of your macronutrients from protein. How do you determine whether I need 2.3 or 3 grams? So here's the thing. If you start with a lot of body fat, if you start your fat loss program with a lot of body fat, start with a 2.3 to minimize the calories. If you're getting leaner, as you progress, you're getting leaner. As you progress, you start slowly going to that 3 grams. So you start with 2.3 grams to minimize the amount of calories. The more you progress, the less body fat you have, the more protein you will need in order to preserve that muscle mass, and also for energy as well, because the training intensity is going to be high. So slowly, as you progress, you move to the 3 grams. Alright, so you're going to take 0.5 times 1750. Sorry guys, I don't have a calculator, so I'm gonna use my phone. So 1750 times 0.5, that's gonna be 875 calories. So it is 50%. 50% is your protein, imagine. So that's how important it is. So 875 calories of protein. Again, these numbers are not for you, these are my numbers. So that formula I gave you in the beginning, you will use in order to get that, and in order to get that, and in order to get that, and according to these numbers you're gonna calculate that. I just showed you how to calculate it. So 875 calories, 875 calories. How much fats should you have while you're using fat loss? So carbohydrates are going to be extremely low. Fats are going to be a little bit high as a source of energy. Of course, what I mean by fats are healthy fats like avocado, unsalted nuts such as almonds, olive oil, little of olive oil, and omega-3 and all of that. So the amount of fats that you're going to have, that you will need, is around 20 to 25%. Alright, so 25, so we took here the 50, so we're gonna take 25, maybe even let's say 25 to 30 actually. 25 to 30%. All right. So we're gonna again calculate it the same way. 0.3 times 1750. So let me calculate it here. 0.3 times 1750. That's gonna end up with 525 calories of fats. All right. That's gonna leave here the carbohydrates. So we're gonna just fill in the gaps. So we'll have a total of 1750 minus 875 plus 525. So that's gonna leave us with 875 plus 525. So minus 1750. So we're gonna get around 350 calories a day of carbohydrates. All right. So this is how you calculate it, guys. This is how you calculate it for fat loss. As I said, you put in your own numbers. These are my numbers. So now we're gonna move on to bulking. So I'm just gonna do a little separation here, just for you guys not to get confused. All right. Now, so for the bulking, as I said, here it's 2250. So let me just specify, so you guys don't get confused. These are calories. These are calories. All right. Great. So here, protein, fats, carbs. All right, sounds good. Now, for protein, it's gonna be a little different from while you're trying to lose weight, because here the protein, as you can see, is pretty high. It's 40 to 50%. Here, the protein is gonna be around 30 to 35%. So, why? Because the amount of carbs is gonna be already high. So the mix of both protein and carbohydrates is already sufficient for you in order to preserve muscle mass. Not just that, your goal is to gain muscle. So the mix of the high carb and that amount of protein is sufficient. So 30 to 35%. All right. So here I said it's 2.3 grams to 3 grams per kg. You're gonna move it to 1.6 to 2 grams. Again, for the same exact reason. Here the percentage is high, here the percentage is much lower. So here you are very low on carbs. You're trying to up your protein as much as possible in order to preserve as much as possible of muscle mass. Here it's just the opposite. You have enough carbs, so you keep your protein in moderation. It's 1.6 to 2 grams per kg is sufficient for you to gain muscle mass. All right. So here we said 30 to 35%. So we'll take that 35. So 0.35 times 2250. That's gonna give us I hate math, guys. Like literally, if it's 1 plus 1 here, I'm gonna have to use the calculator. That's how, you know, how just, you know, it's became like just instinct, you know, just I see a calculation, I just go to the calculator. So 1.035 times 2250, that's gonna be around 788 calories of protein. So you see, it's almost 100 calorie difference while you're cutting and while you're bulking in terms of protein. For fats is gonna be much lower. Like I would say fats is gonna be around 10%. Actually, I would say 10%, yes, 10 to 15. And me, I would prefer, since I have enough a high carb diet, so I prefer to keep it as low as possible, you know. Fats and carbs are inversely proportional. So when carbs go up, fats go down, as you see here. When fats go up, carbs go down, as you see there. So here, while you're cutting, you limit carbs, you use your fats, healthy fats. Again, I say healthy fats, guys, as a source of energy. Here, you already have high carbs. That's your source of energy. So you don't need the fat that much. If you're gonna up the fat and up the carb together, it's gonna be too much for your body to handle. You're gonna end up putting too much fat on your system. So 0.10 times 2250. I know a lot of you would laugh at me calculating this, but just that's how bad it is. Like, I'm really bad with math. So 225 calories. Let me just put it here. 225 calories. Perfect. All right. So that's gonna leave us with carbs. We're gonna, again, the same thing we did here, we're gonna fill in the gaps. So 2250 minus 225 plus 788, that's gonna leave us with, let me calculate it here. So 225 plus 788, 2250. All right. So imagine 1,237 calories of carbs. That's why bulking is so good. You get to have too much carbs, you know? Like, yeah, damn. Yeah, that's a lot. So, calories. All right. Oops, almost fell. So that's as simple as it gets, guys. Extremely simple. It's just a mathematical equation. It's just a simple formula that you use to calculate your amount of calories you need to maintain your body weight. You just fat loss, you subtract, weight gain, you add 250. You start little by little. If you find that 250, subtracting 250 or adding 250 is not enough, subtract more, add more. Just go gradually. Don't like suddenly subtract 500 calories or suddenly add 500 calories. You don't know how your body's gonna react to that yet. It might be too much. You might end up losing a lot of muscle mass. You might end up putting too much fat while you're trying to bulk up. So that's just a simple way to do it for you guys. I'm gonna like put it close here for you guys to see. So that's it, you know, as simple as that. Again, for these numbers, as I said, when you start out use the 2.3 grams per kilograms. The leaner you get, the more you progress. So there is less body fat to supply you with energy and to preserve that muscle mass. So you add more protein. The same thing here. You start slowly and you go up, you go up, you go up, you know. So that's how it is. That's as simple as it goes. I hope everything was clear for you guys. I hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and please, if you have any comments or any question, put it in the comment section below. And yes, stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna do more videos regarding nutrition and fitness, so please stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.